No, I wear it every
You
day.
just look pretty all day.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You're beautiful. Good. Okay, so if you just heard the conversation, I'm gonna make this quick before I end up not being alone. So an Amazon package was just delivered, and I also finished watching a video, 2 videos actually, that were speaking on beauty, the power of beauty, and then like the pros and cons, and then also like the importance and the power of also being a loner. It's like I have been feeling lonely, and I kind of have been feeling like my beauty is a bit of a burden, but I also don't want to backtrack and end up putting myself around people that should not be around me and don't have my best interest at heart, just for the sake of not being lonely. And then also like not taking care of my appearance, not embracing this new version of myself that does like to dress up and keep her hair done and her nails done and her makeup done and wear nice outfits and put on my jewelry, you know, and just like live my life the way that I want to live it for the sake of other people. To not live my life that way. And I like, even when I answered the door, I felt like this, like when she complimented me, it was like, oh, you know, and just wanting to close the door and like get away and kind of hide, because it's like I've been around people that didn't make me feel good for feeling good, you know, and just kind of feeling like bad for being better, which is really sad. And you know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna look back on these videos and be like, you know, I'm proud of you, girl, for continuing to be yourself and continuing to nurture yourself and continuing to believe in yourself and continuing to have enough faith and have enough strength to be yourself, regardless of how other people feel or what their opinions may be, what their limitations are that they're projecting onto you, you know. And yeah, like, of course it definitely hurts my feelings, because I do wish that I had like you know, I wish that I had like people around me that weren't spying on me, people that did want to see me succeed and do have my best interest at heart and aren't in competition with me, you know. And it's like I feel like I think this is another reason why I was avoiding like doing the work really, and like really focusing and honing in on my gifts and believing in myself, is because I was afraid of this happening, where it's like I'm seeing the reality, I'm seeing how my light is making other people feel, how my strength is making other people feel weak, how my beauty is making other people feel inferior or ugly in comparison. And like I even saying that is like I hear like their voices saying like, oh, you don't make me feel that way, or who do you think you are? And it's like, this is who I think I am. You see me wearing the crown. This is how I feel. This is the moment that I'm in right now. This is the guidance that I've been receiving. This is the confirmation that I've been receiving. This is where I am right now. And I know that from here, I'm going to go even farther and have even more and receive even more and do even more. And because of that, it's like, damn, I wish that I could have you guys. I wish that it was differently. I wish that you had evolved to this similar place with me, but everybody has their own time, and everybody you know, is learning their own lessons here on this planet. And so the lessons that I have learned have brought me here to this place and this space within myself where I finally feel like I shouldn't hold myself back. I shouldn't feel like I have to dim myself. Like if I want to wear those 6-inch heels, I'm gonna wear those 6-inch heels. You know, if I want to wear that dress, I'm gonna wear that dress. And if I don't, then I won't. If I want to wear makeup, I'll wear makeup. And if I don't, then I don't. And I don't have to change or limit or like filter myself. And actually, maybe I do, because after that video I just watched and like hearing it and then understanding and even being able to relate to what she was saying is like, holy fucking shit, like shit's about to get even more real. And it hurt my feelings, you know? Damn sure hurt my feelings, because I wanted to upgrade and I wanted to also have these people like around. And not just to be like, oh, I have people around me, but to be able to like connect and to have a community. Because if you know me, I'm a Venusian, you know, on this planet, and I have these interests and these gifts and these talents and these blessings and all of this guidance and information being sent to me. And I have angels and I have God who's like very heavily here with me right now. And so it's nice to know that, but then it's also nice to have people in this reality that I can like connect with and build with and receive support in this reality as well. You know, physically, it's nothing better than like having something physically. And so it really like, even right now I'm still kind of in that grieving stage. I'm getting closer to the point where it's like, okay, I cried, I wrote, I read, I listened, I cried, I wrote, I read, I listened, and I'm finally like to a place where I am healed, where I feel like I can say that, okay, I thought that you were this way and you're not. This is me speaking about my relationship with my mom and like seeing even my family members kind of like changing, because I know I've been seeing all the synchronicities letting me know that change is coming. When an event happens, the guides are right there, my intuition, they're right there communicating with me through technology and these apps as well, even in my dreams, letting me know before it happens. So it's not like I'm like completely shook up and like abandoned when I go through these experiences. And I'm also at a level of wisdom where it's like I understand that your darkness is helping me shine my light brighter. Like your darkness is feeding my light, you know? And me existing in my light and not dimming it is going to cause a lot of different reactions. And you know, they say it's lonely at the top, so I'm aware that my exes are going to be spinning the block, and I'm already aware of who I will and won't allow. I'm going to make a list. You know, I'm sitting here with my notebooks and my tablet. You know, I'm going to make a list of everybody that I feel is trustworthy and even deserving of like maybe another chance. And then the people who I know, I just no, like it's a lost cause until I see differently. Because I think before, like, it was like, oh, I'm loving and I'm forgiving because that is my true nature, but I was that way without balance. It was a lot of softness, it was a lot of forgiveness, it was a lot of nurturing, a lot of overgiving. I was also taught to people please and to put myself on the back burner because that's what my mother did and that's what her mother did. And so it was like all this beauty with no boundaries. You heard that? Let me say that again. Beauty with no boundaries. Like you can be a fucking princess, you know, frolicking through the garden, you know, I'm a fairy, like I know, and Like, you can be this beautiful being and people will see that and be in awe, and then they'll see, I feel like people saw my innocence, they saw my naivety, they saw my spirit and how just magnificent I am, and like took advantage of that and used that and used me, you know, and like depleted me to the point where I was so low, I was so broken, I was so sad, I was so drained that like I didn't even know myself. I couldn't even be there for myself. Like, and I don't even want to cry because it's like, but you know, the tears is just showing how proud I am of how far we've come, you know, and forgiving, excuse me. Learning not to take my anger out on myself, even though that was what I experienced in my childhood. I felt like I was being kind of picked on and like used as like a dumping ground or like a punching bag, and I began to allow that in my romantic relationships as well, you know, being blamed and then believing their burdens and taking on their weight and carrying it myself, and feeling like shame, not even my shame, it was other people's shame, and like putting myself down, neglecting myself, and just like I'm just thinking of that version of myself and how she kept trying and she didn't give up, and even when she did, she didn't succeed, and even when she didn't succeed with giving up, she still kept going. And when I say giving up, I mean like suicide, you know. So much dark shit, so dark, you know. But I didn't want this to be a sad video. I got a new crown today, as you can see. I'm sorry, I'm just coming back from that really emotional place that I was just in. But there is a bit of bitterness and like anger and like resentment that I'm noticing within myself that I'm having to work on, while also having to be like the billionaire boss bitch, and then also having to monitor myself and monitor the people who are monitoring me, learning how to play the power game correctly and effectively, also creating this character, creating my social media accounts, manifesting all of my desires, maintaining a positive mindset, a healthy body, drinking my water, make sure that I'm learning and taking care and showing up for myself every day. Like, it takes a lot to be the boss. It does. And like, I would look at like people like Rihanna and look at people like Beyonce and think, oh, they just have it so easy. Like, no. And I think even the video I was just watching earlier about the lady, you know, speaking about what it's like being beautiful. And I think that a lot of people look at me and they think like everything just comes easy to me. I'm just like this blessed ass bitch. I'm just this boss ass bitch. Like, everything, I just figure it out. It's just always shown to me. And yes, it is shown to me, but I have to have the strength within myself to pursue it, to even know what I truly want beyond what people told me I should want or what they want. You know, it's like so much stuff that I had to dig through, and that I even right now, I'm hearing a calling to reflect and to relax and to rest in God and trust Him and what He has planned for me in this next phase, in this next chapter of my life. And I want to read this Pinterest quote that I had seen last night before I went to sleep, that like really kind of like calmed me. It says, okay, so I looked at Pinterest for guidance, and they've been doing that for like the past almost 3 years now. So it's not like anything really new. Okay, so 333, the money is coming, the new home is coming, the breakthrough is coming, the good health is coming, the financial freedom is coming, the love is coming. Now, I've been seeing a lot of tarot readings. Recently, I lost my iPhone XS Max, which had like hundreds of audio recordings, which is what I was most upset about. You notice I didn't even speak about the social media accounts. I mean, of course, yes, I'm also upset about losing that TikTok account, which had thousands of videos with a lot of creative advice and inspiration and accounts and information and TikTok readings that have been guiding me for like the past year. And I was very upset about that. I was asking God, like, why would you take that away from me? But it really wasn't, it wasn't a stable foundation. And that was another thing that I've seen in the readings that I've been getting on like the iPad, because I haven't had TikTok as far as social media. I will admit, God, I understand why you took it. I was wasting a lot of time. I was in this cycle of like waking up, becoming a zombie on the phone and every single fucking day, and not really creating, not really getting in my books, not really sketching, just looking at what other people are doing and not really being there and showing up for me. And God is like, you want this, we're helping you, we're removing everything that is not stable. So the relationships with my family, and you know, I think my mom also kind of gaslit me and misled me, which I have a lot of, not a lot, but I do have a lingering amount of resentment and kind of like distrust and like anger, raw like emotions that are negative emotions that I feel I'm also aware of are blocking my blessings. So I'm becoming more aware when I watch this back. We need to work on that, as well as the other things that we listed previously, you know, releasing that and not holding that energy, because if you hold that within you, that's what you're going to attract. So right now I'm just kind of taking in all of this knowledge and learning how to use it to help me get to where I want to go. Because I'm aware that my guides are with me right now. I'm aware that God is heavily with me right now. And I don't want to fail them. Not my family, my ancestors, my guides, and God. That is who I don't want to fail. I am aware that I am here on this planet for a purpose, and that God has bestowed so many gifts and blessings and so much love, so much truth upon me in the past just 3 years, 7 years really, but 3 years definitely, that it's like, how dare I waste that? How dare I not appreciate what I've been gifted with, you know? So yes, I am aware of the mistreatment. I am aware of the disrespect. I am aware of how my past hurt and how it also helped me. And so like now I'm in the point of like transmuting that into a beneficial outcome, you know, because I know that I'm on genius level. I know that the ideas that I have are very useful, very effective, very progressive. I've always been that way. I've always been a vessel for God ever since I was young. Even what my name means when I came into this planet, Kayla, like God, slim and fair, pure soul. Bible baby is my nickname. You know, like it's even the gift that my aunt gave me, talking about me being a prophet. Then seeing the video with 313, like it's just so much that is becoming so clear for me, and it's like I have to move in faith. So I know that I'm going to be getting my apartment very soon. I know I'm going to be moving away from this family, this town, these patterns. I know that I'm going to have my car. I know that I'm going to be building my businesses, flourishing financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, romantically, very abundant in a lot, so many, pretty much all the areas. And so it's like I could sit here and cry and cry and cry and complain about shit that happened in the past, or I could be like, yep, that happened. This is where I am now. I have the power within me. I have the power around me. I know that I can do this. And I don't need to be in that loss, lack energy anymore. I'm not your victim. I'm not your pincushion. You can't take it out on me. You need to figure that out within yourself. I'm not your fucking therapist. I am an empath. I am very kind. I am very loving. I am very giving. But I gave so much of my fucking self. And what have I received? Ow. What have I received? Exactly. So now is me time, and I'm gonna do it. If I'm the fucking villain, bitch, call me one. Like, shit, you know? But, yeah. Bye.